Hello, Hive Mind. I have a conundrum for you, or a riddle. I'm not really sure. I recently, my friend Stuart came here to meet me, and we turned my little art pod into a recording studio. And we recorded a whole album in one weekend. And the album consisted of my spoken word poetry performed by me, and he made various musical or sound accompaniments. And the first single has now come out. It's Ablaeth Rhemp y Crachach, and I will put that in the comments, and Troi Cerrig, which is the name of our musical group or creative group. And for that piece, he picked up a baritone ukulele, much like this one I have now purchased for myself, and somehow just improvised the most amazing mood music that went perfectly with what I was saying and how I was saying it. And I got to thinking, gosh, wouldn't it be lovely if I could play something resembling that, something anywhere near resembling it, to accompany my poetry, my spoken word poetry, and subsequent songs that I'm hoping to write. So he said, oh, yeah, okay, no problem. And he wrote down the tabs for me. He wrote it on staves, like proper music on staves. And 30 years ago, I did grade 2. I reached grade 2 on the pedal harp. And by that point, because I was practicing a lot and reading a lot of music, I could just about sight read, maybe. I wasn't very good at it. I was never really good at it, and I don't think I have the ability to be any good at that. But I can still, translate these things into the letters. I can still go, every good boy deserves football, and FACE. So that was my intention. I thought I'll take what he has given me and I'll do that, translate it into that, and then I will use that to look up the chords in this very handy book if you are learning baritone ukulele. I can't remember where I got this from now, but it's a really great book. It has all the chords in. It's called Baritone Ukulele Chords in a Case, and it even has like different options for if you find the fingering for one type difficult. So I thought, well, hey, I'm on my way. I'll be able to then do my little hand drawings of each of the chords. And slowly, I actually think that process is quite nice, kind of, although it's a very fumbling around in the dark type of process, I think it might actually be quite helpful. However, this baritone ukulele is currently tuned in the standard tuning, which is obviously the 4 top strings of a guitar, or bottom strings in terms of like actual location. The 2 top strings for me are the E2 and the A that are closest to the top. But anyway, so that's how this is tuned. Because I'm just starting out, so I think I should try and learn the standard tuning before I go wafting around into different tunings. However, according to Stuart, his baritone uke is tuned C, big G, C, C, so it's like an open tuning, which of course then renders my little book irrelevant. This isn't going to translate then what he has put to what I have done. So that's my complication, that's the situation. And I feel like I've got all the gear and no idea. So I thought I will open it up, because I did see, I read a lot of people's posts that are to do with music and tuning and things like that. And I was on Instagram one day, and this was before this came up, and it was talking about guitars, but they were talking about different tunings. I think it was anyway, maybe it was ukuleles, and someone was asking, well, how can I relate this to this? And someone said, well, I just do this, and it was some kind of like a calculation, something to do with eighths, I don't know, and they just said, if you up it to such and such, hey presto, you will have and I'm sure it's not going to be that simple, but if there's anyone out there who's got a whiteboard behind them who can draw an equation and go, it's so simple, all you've got to do is this, or yes, that is a difficult one, but this is what I suggest, and you'll be able to do it from there. If anyone out there, doesn't matter where you are or whether you're interested in Welsh music or poetry or whatever or not, if you think you can answer this question, please do venture a response. Thank you very much.